Hello, I'm sorry I had technical problems. I was trying to do it on the computer and it wasn't working. Hello. Okay, now I see people. Now I see you chats. What's up, everybody? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. What's going on, guys? I'm excellent camera quality and sound. Thanks. Thank you. I was trying to do it from my computer, and I brought a power station. I'm car camping in a hi Sharon. I'm car camping in a campground. Happy Friday. But yeah, I got my computer here, and I got a power station, and I couldn't get it to work. So, oh, thank you, Amanda. Oh, hi, Kimberly from Finley. Nice. No, I'm not scared to be in the woods on Friday the 13th. Thank you for the congratulations. Hello from Nova Scotia. What's up, Kirk? Apple, that's why. Yeah, it's a 9-year-old laptop that I edit on. Let's see. Oh, duck on it. Banana is right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. California. Where's everybody watching from? Yeah, I know, right? Glad to see you warm and dry. Oh, man. No pups this trip. Whoa, everybody's talking. There's coyotes howling. Let me take you guys outside and see if you can hear it. See, this is how I do it. Set it down before I do everything. Can you guys hear that? You hear them. Cool. Oh. Give me a second because I'm going to get the camera and hit record. Here, you guys can watch me in action. Doggone it. Well, I didn't catch the coyotes, but that's okay. Hey, I'm just in a local campground, and this is one where I've done a bunch of videos. And it's in Northwest Ohio. Salmon action, stop moving. Yeah, you look at the short ones as well. No coyotes. Yeah, I will have short videos too. This one I'm filming tonight might be a short one actually. Yeah, no, I'm not eating coyotes for dinner. Oops. Yes, I did show you how to use the camp stove as a blowtorch. E-bikes are doing good. Yeah, e-bikes are doing good. Keep doing what you're doing. Say hi, Wendy. Hi, Wendy. 16 degrees. Yeah, it's about 16 degrees here. I was hoping to get you guys on the computer so that I could actually show you stuff on my phone. Your content. Wait a minute. Okay, everybody's talking so fast. It's just my iPhone. It's a 15 Pro Max. Oh, right on. Alan says your content is the reason I bought a canoe and started river camping. Thank you so much. Well, I appreciate that, man. I'm hoping to get out soon and do some more canoe camping. Yeah, I don't want to. Boy, I'm just. Everybody, these questions are flying by. I'm sorry. I appreciate all the nice words, you know. Oh man, Linda Stein. So many names that I recognize. Oh, Tri Duty. I appreciate you guys, man. I really do appreciate it. Oh, Mandy's going winter camping next week. Okay, let's get. I apologize if I'm missing questions here. I'm doing my best. That's why I tried to do it on the computer, but it didn't work. Okay, Christopher. Dagnabbit. Now where's the? Okay. Christopher asks, any plans on collaborating with other camper contents? Steve, Mav, Crazy Quaddy, guys that do similar content. Yeah, maybe. I would love to. You got to remember that people like Steve and the big YouTuber and stuff, they're constantly getting hit up by like the little guys like me. So yeah, I do stuff with Kevin, obviously. We do have some tentative plans to do some winter hot tent camping because I have enough stuff for he doesn't have any hot tent stuff. Hi Kimberly. Hi everybody. Yeah, Kevin doesn't have a hot tent setup, but I have enough for two people, just separate. I have 2 stoves. I have multiple hot tents now. So yeah. So that's our next plan, Kevin and I, tentatively, is that we're going to go do some winter hot tent camping. And he's never done it before, so he's excited. Hey, Joe. Oh, I appreciate that, man. That's very nice of you. Very nice of you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I guess I'll let you guys in on what the upcoming plans are. Right now, you would have just seen the. Let's see. Thomas. Hey, man. I see you all the time, buddy. Daggone it. Okay. There's so many. To me, you're the big guy. I don't even watch the. That's very sweet. That's very sweet. Oh, it's not an official until. Okay. I'm missing so many. Okay. All right. I guess it's obligatory. It's Woodford Reserve in there. Yeah. Oof. I should tell you guys, I watch Sam more than any of the big guys. I appreciate that, Alan. That is sweet. Yeah. I wanted to tell you guys my plans. I have been come down to Van Buren State Park, bring Mrs. Bananas. I'd love to show you all around. Van Buren, is that near like Lima and stuff like that? Yeah, it was yummy. Mateo from Wintersburg, but he does van life. That's cool. I want to start doing some of that type of stuff. You need to do a collab with Sausage and Peppers. I used to live in Lima. Oh, just north of Findlay. That's not far at all. I should go down there. Yeah, I should really check that out. Van Buren. I wish I had I'm streaming on my phone. Otherwise, I would take a note. But I'll just try to keep it in the old noggin for how many brain cells I have left. I'm going to try to get to as many of these questions as I can. But before I get too far, I want to tell you guys plans. Killian is at home. Killian is gonna come out for me winter camping for sure. And Yeah, that is awesome. I'm getting so many. If you come to Kentucky, we should hang and I'll play some guitar. Right on, man. So yeah, the weather is extremely cold. It's about 18 degrees Fahrenheit or so right now, I believe. Um, am I going to try a diesel heater? I have one. I have one. I've been meaning to try one. Um, right now, I'm doing this. Can you guys see that? I got the wood stove going. This is a brand new hot tent that I just got. This thing is wild. Yeah. So let me tell you this real quick before I get too far and I forget. Um, you guys would have just seen the Timu one that I just put out. Oh yeah, yeah. Killian, I got Killian a life jacket after that last one, so he is coming with me. But it's kind of borderline dangerous to take him out right now because the water is just utterly freezing. I mean, it's hypothermia risks at this point. You know, when I'm risking it for myself, that's one thing, but I don't want to put the dog in a I want to take the dog on an adventure. I want to have fun and do challenging stuff. And Killian is like so hyper energetic. Somebody said in the comments Killian seems like a pain in the butt, you know, and he is. He's a huge pain in the butt, but he's a super sweet dog. He's very loyal, and yeah, and he just loves. He wants to be with me every single second. He wants to do everything I do. He, you know, I have like an electric skateboard that I take him for rides because we'll do like 6 miles, you know, at 10, 12 miles an hour, and he just doesn't get tired, you know. So, but yeah, I was gonna tell you guys. Yeah, so Killian will be back. So I'll do something like this with Killian because inside here right now the stove's starting to heat up, but it's reasonably warm. So for a coat on Killian, and inside the tent, it shouldn't be too bad at a campground like that. But yeah, low scale stuff, nothing too crazy, you know. But yeah, I wanted to tell you guys right now. You would have seen the Timu camp that I just put out a couple days ago. I already have a just an overnight canoe trip that I did. I was trying to make it 2 nights, but it didn't work out because the river was frozen. It was pretty nuts. Um, what about those 6x6 plug-in heaters? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Big thanks for the Timu coupon at Christmas. Right on. Very cool. I'm glad you got some use out of that. But yeah, I did the Timu camp, and then a couple days later, I did an overnight canoe trip. So that is being edited right now. That's in the editing process. And then somebody asking for a. I might have missed it. The flask. Yeah, we'll hang tight in case more people show up, and I'll do a shot off the flask for sure. So I only have so much because I put some of it in here into some tea. But yeah, you would have seen the Timu camp. I already went out. I already shot an overnight canoe camp. I'm out here doing the new hot tent with this humongous hot tent. It's brand new. I just took it out of the box literally when I got here. And then next week, it's supposed to rain on Monday. So I'm going to go out and do another hot tent in the rain. Maybe not a hot tent. I don't know. I'm going to go out and camp in that rain for sure. I got a couple ideas. Then I'm going to come home, unload all the footage, and then I'm going to come back over and then I'm going to go do a canoe trip. I'm going to go do a 2-night canoe trip on a river with the e-bike at the end and that whole entire thing. So I've got 2 more coming next week. So I got one you haven't seen. I'm shooting this one, and I'm shooting 2 more next week. I'm really trying to get ahead, and I'm trying to make sure that I never have more than 7 days in between trips. But it's a lot trying to edit. You know, it's the editing that's really the pain in the butt, to be honest with you. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling on. Let me get to some of these questions here. Yeah, that's a mansion. It's a big one. Oh, banana flask at Meyer. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I still have the old dog. He is very old, and you know, I'm trying not to be too sad while he's still alive. You know, but he's you know, sorry, I would laugh about stuff like that. You know, I don't mean to be insensitive, but you know, he's very old, so I'm trying to get him out. He's got like a harness, and we have to hold up on him when he goes up and down the stairs. He doesn't need to be carried, but you know, his hips are failing, so I'm trying to get him out and camp as much as possible. But I'm not going to put him in a position where he's uncomfortable. Let's see. Your quality is solid as the big guys don't measure yourself by the numbers. I appreciate all of that stuff, man. Yeah, in the impromptu Gloria Estefan, that is hopefully, if I have enough energy, because I still have to cook and everything for this video that I'm filming right now. But yeah, hopefully I'll do a Gloria Estefan tonight. I have a plan. So I have a plan for Gloria Estefan tonight. Yeah, it was very scary for Killian. That was a nail biter for sure. I didn't want to leave in the nighttime like that. I really didn't want to. But I just thought it was the right move, because that water, as you saw when I left, was super, super calm. All fur babies are a pain in the butt. It's true. Watching from Ontario, right on. A ton of really good YouTubers up there. Yeah. Okay, Douglas. Yeah, my news I wanted to share. Hopefully that got through. No running away from that pup. How about those 6x6 plug-in heaters? Yeah, that's a thing. You just need a power for them. Yeah, the dogs need to be trained. That's absolutely true. The more loyal they get, the better. The better it is for this type of scenario. I sit out and you know, Killian's like really, really territorial, and he's not mean by any stretch. He would never hurt anybody, but he just barks and barks and barks and barks, and it's insane. So I sit on the porch, and I just have like a tiny little bag of treats. Like I use cat food, and I just call him back, and I give him a tiny piece of cat food each time, and just trying to reinforce his recall, because I want every single time. And he's getting really good. He's getting really good about doing it. So, but yeah, the news, if you missed it, is that I got a bunch of videos going. That's what Linda was asking. What is the news? So I'll just recap super fast. You just saw the Temu one. I already shot a winter canoe trip, just an overnighter. I'm shooting this one in a campground right now. I'm going back out on Monday to shoot a camping in the rain, and then on Wednesday, I'm leaving Wednesday, coming home on Friday to do a 2-night canoe trip, another winter canoe trip. So, I'm really trying to pump these videos out and just make sure that we get you know, everybody gets to see all the good stuff. Banana flask giveaway is an excellent idea. Oh, pop-up camper in real life. You're almost up to 800, dude. That's awesome, man. That's excellent, dude. You were almost there, man. You just got to get to 1,000, and everything changes. As soon as you make a buck off of going camping, it just changes things, you know. But yeah, let's see. Thank you for everybody saying congratulations. Do I like inflatable tents? Yes. This is the second inflatable tent, and they call them inflatable tents, but really it's like the frame that's inflatable. So it's not like it's not like a bounce house. You know, that's what I thought it was when they said inflatable tent. I thought it was like a bounce house. But it's like everything else is just like a tent material, and the frame is blow up. So that just means you don't have to put poles into stuff. It's actually super, super convenient, but this thing is like so heavy. I never even took it in the house. I put it in the garage because it's got to be like 120 pounds or something. But it's big, and it's like super, super sturdy. Do you guys want to see a tour around the tent? If you want to see a tour, I'm on the phone, so I can take you. I can take you around the tent and show you guys stuff. Can you add some merch? Yeah, I have merch. I have t-shirts and stuff. I'm working on trying to get Banana Flask, but if you can imagine, like being able to sell personalized Banana Flask is a huge logistic challenge. you have to buy them in bulk, and then you have to have another different company put an engraving or like a thing on it, and then you have to have them at your house, and then you have to set up some kind of e-commerce website, and then you have to ship the things. I mean, this is a pain in the butt. Whereas like the t-shirts is handled by a third party, so you put your designs up there, you link it into the YouTube channel, and then people are basically buying your merch off of another site like Teespring or Spreadshop or something like that. So I don't ship the t-shirts and the mugs and the different stuff like that that you can buy. So that just takes a lot, and then they just give me like a cut of it basically. So that, you know, it's that makes it a lot easier for me to do. So I do want to do the banana flask eventually. It is a goal, but let's see. I got to get back to that one. That was really funny. Okay. Golly, there's so many comments. Okay. Thank you, Zach. Love the channel, buddy. I didn't realize you were doing a live. I love Killian. So good to see you. It's wonderful to see everyone. Sorry I did this a little bit impromptu today. Merry Christmas to you as well. Editing and going back to camera, walking scenes, lots of work, tons of work. And everybody notices that when you walk and you shoot it, then you got to go back and get the camera. But everything you do, you got to move the camera. So it's like every time I'm like, you see me pick up the kettle and pour water into the thing, I got to position the camera to look like that. Then I pick up the thing. Then I take the camera and I twist it over here. Then I pour the water in. Then I adjust the zoom. It's just a very labor intensive, but I like doing it because I just think it looks so much better. I like how it comes out. So I don't mind putting the work in like that. Okay, Let's see if I can catch up on these comments. How long did this take to set up? 5 minutes, probably. These inflatable. That's the nice thing about the inflatable tents is you just basically spread them out, pump it up, and then you do have to go in and just kind of pull and yank on it, but it goes right up. Inflatable tents are pretty cool. Yeah, he's an old road dog. Yes, Monty is an old road dog. Amazon has banana flasks. That's where mine came from. Yep, you can buy your own. Feel free to buy your own. You do not have to buy them from me, although I have a link in my description. If you want to buy the banana flask that I bought, you can click the link in my description and buy my banana flask. It doesn't cost you anything, and it'll make me, $1.50 or something. I like when Sam gets drunk and sings around the campfire with his pipe. Yeah, we might have some of that tonight. We'll see. We'll see if I got enough energy, but that's the nice thing about the campground is that I didn't have to hike out into the middle of the woods, so it saves me a lot of energy. And I have a lot more energy to devote to filming and stuff. Oh my God, I'm so far behind. What spot do you really want to go to in the next month or two? I want to go down to Kentucky to go to Indian Staircase, so you can Google that, but it is absolutely gorgeous. I've been down there. If you've been watching the channel for a while, I've been down there with my nephew before. So I'd like to get down there. Doggone it. Love that island, that video that you did. I'm glad you did. Everybody loves the goofy dancing around. That's awesome. What do you do with all your camping tents, store and shelves? Should give out cheap tents to homeless in the winter. Yeah, I haven't given or sold or anything most of my stuff. I've given my nephews a few things. I have 2 nephews besides Christian who's been on the channel. But yeah, I've definitely thought about that, and they could absolutely use it. Yeah, so right now I just have piles and piles of stuff. Goodness sakes. I don't want to miss anything, but I know local guy does engraving. That's cool. Love from Amsterdam. So cool. I want to go there. What is your advice on learning video editing from YouTube? Did you take any classes or was it all self-taught? Are you using Adobe? What's your software situation? Okay, Tor. Oh, shoot. Kevin goes outside. He's at 955 sub. That is awesome. Kevin, you're going to get there, bud. Just keep going. I'm just making sure. We're very happy about the Cabela sponsorship. So was I. I'm very excited. Okay, back to the video editing for YouTube. No, I never took any classes. I just got started with YouTube and it was hoping that I just thought it was going to be a lot easier than it was. And I just thought if I could make enough money to just pay for new camping gear, I'd be happy with that if I just filmed myself. But it turns into, it's not really just like going camping anymore. It's like making a camping movie almost. So, but it's, I mean, I went camping with my nephews in the spring and all I did was just take some clips. I went with them in the spring and in the fall. And I'm going to be putting those videos up on Patreon, but it was really hard not to film it because you just get so used to doing it. But anyway, sorry, that's not what you asked. The video editing, I got to plug this sucker in. Ugh. I got this thing up here and it is dead. So I need to plug this into here. Because I'm going to need to have that light for shooting later. So we'll just put that up there. Okay. As far as video editing, I just started with Microsoft Movie Maker, which is an atrocious software, and I wouldn't recommend anybody using that. But Casey Clinton Firstbrook, that's my buddy Casey, childhood buddy of mine. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend anybody using Microsoft Movie Maker. It's a terrible video editing software to try to do like anything at this level. If you were just doing little tiny projects, that's fine. But yeah, I bought the Apple computer, which I always was never a fan of Apple computers and still kind of don't love Apple computers, but I bought it because iMovie is free, and iMovie is like, is the camera over here? Or is it over here? Or is it over, where am I supposed to be looking? Oh, right there. Okay. I want to look at you guys. I bought the MacBook for $500 because iMovie is free and it comes with everything. It comes with any Mac computer for free. And iMovie was quite good. And then I upgraded to Final Cut. And Final Cut is $300 one time, and you have it for life, and they give you all of the upgrades. And so yeah, and I just, as far as getting started, I just kept watching tutorials on YouTube. It's amazing the things that you can learn on YouTube. My dad and I used to work on cars in the 90s, and we would go to AutoZone, and you would buy like a book, and it was like a year, you know, this year to this year, and this make and model, and then that book would have a step-by-step, and then sometimes the book was wrong, and you would have to get your friend and get their advice. Now you go and you're like, I want to change the brakes on an '09 Honda Accord, and there's a video that says you need these tools, and here's your step-by-step, and da-da-da-da. So it's crazy all the things you can learn on YouTube. Sorry for the long explanation. I'm never going to get through all these videos. Let's see. You should do a canoe trip from Toledo to the Ohio River sometime. I would love to, but I don't know how you get from Toledo to the Ohio River exactly. Killian's already quick. If you give him cat food, he's only gonna get faster. Yeah, he's really fast. Mark Snyder, so you're saying there's a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. Greetings from Belgium. Cool, man. Johan, very nice. Very cool. Okay, tour of the tent. I'd like to see it in its full glory. Absolutely. Jennifer Krause, hi from Pennsylvania. Takes 4 time doing filming. That is so true. Hit that thumbs up. I have one of your shirts. I love your local vids. I recognize some of them from Oregon by St. Charles Hospital. Nice, Chad. Very cool, man. Hi, William. We appreciate all you do. You're like a mini movie producer as well. Tons of work. We appreciate it. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Timothy and Mark and everybody. The real question is what's in the flask? It's just tobacco. Everybody thinks it's something else. Do you ever see questionable things when you're out doing this stuff? Of course. I mean, mostly littering. That's what I mostly find questionable that people do. Is a second. Thank you, Ruth. Oh, he's in Lucas, Central Kentucky. Land with all beautiful creeks. Nice, man. Very cool. Well, maybe I'll hit you up, bud. Come and hang in Florida in January. I should. You should do some camping in Scotland. Yeah. I really want to. I was just talking to my wife about if I can get someone to sponsor me to go back to Ireland, because when we were there in spring of 23, there was all these trails, and I mean, it's just like breathtaking. And I really wanted to go back and do it, but then of course I wanted to do Scotland as well. And there's all these like British YouTubers that I like and that I follow. Girl Outdoors, East Anglian Bushcraft, Simon Bloke in the Woods, Kent Survival, of course, is the big guy over there, but TA Outdoors is big as well. There's so many guys over there that I would love to. Camping with Josh. There's so many people, and I know I always forget some, and people remind me, and I sometimes it's a new person to me, and sometimes it's not. There's a guy called Off Camping. He does stealth camps and roundabouts, and there's like a guy called English Woodsman. Anyway, let's do a tour. Let's do a tour. I know, Joe. I need to get down there. Okay. Let's do a tour around the tent. Okay. Let's see if I can even get this. No. There we go. Oh, before I forget, I just want to say that, oops, kettle's burning up all that water. Before I forget, I just want to say, I am super, super grateful to have all of you as fans, and I have an excellent fan base. You guys are super sweet, and I appreciate all the encouragement. Oh, man, there's so many airplanes. You guys hear the airplanes? Do you hear that? Okay, so I think this is the front. So the screen is kind of tucked away, but that's like a screen door there. That's pretty cool. And then this is like the front door. So it opens like that. Ooh, what do we got here? Heyo. Okay. And then over here is the stove jack, and this thing actually attaches to here, which is cool. So it stays inside. The little mat stays inside of the thing, which is really, really cool. Yeah, so there's like windows down here, windows over here, so you can open that up, and then there's mesh. But what's really crazy is this. This is what I was like really excited about this tent. Look at this thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Am I in the way, or can you guys see it? Whoops. Okay, then this is a brand new tent, so I'm still getting used to it. Boom. Woo! I'm outside. So you can do just the screen, or there's also like a, well, let me just grab it. Hang tight. I'll be right back. There's this thing. Can you guys see me? There's this thing, which is like a big, you know, see-through window thing. So you get the gist, hopefully. Hi. Oh. So anyway, I'm thinking about coming back. Okay, that's letting all my heat out. Okay, there we go. Oh, so anyway, hopefully that gives you the gist of the tour. Oh, I need to plug in my phone so it doesn't go dead. Yeah, so we all right, so enough people are here at this point. I don't have a ton of whiskey in here. Oh, Jeff! Thanks, man! I appreciate that, buddy. Do I have a P.O. box and accept donations? I do have a P.O. box listed on my I do have a P.O. box listed on my About Me page on the YouTube. All right, cheers, everybody. Woo! Goodness sakes. I want to start doing this more often because these are really, really fun. I realized the last time I even did one was spring of 22. So long ago. I should be doing these once a quarter, I feel like. It'd be funny if there was a deer standing there when I opened the door. Yes, it would. What did I forget? You know, I always forget something. Do inflatable tents support stretch? Do the supports stretch? Not really. They're pretty rigid once they're blown up. I mean, they're not entirely like a pole, but they're pretty rigid. They do kind of flow back and forth, but you can tie. There's like 1,000 tie out points, so you can tie everything down. Hey, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Giggity, giggity. Right on. Very cool. Trying to see if I can get into my own live through the computer. It would be so much easier to see all these comments. French Bulldog, there he is. What's up, brother? So many names that I recognize. All these people. I appreciate everybody. What am I drinking? I'm drinking like a tea with whiskey in it. It's throat coat, it's called. My wife's sick right now. Mrs. Bananas is sick. appreciate all of these nice comments. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that, buddy. Patreon subscriber there. Let's get lit on banana juice. Yeah, it's a very clear night. Tonight is the peak of the meteor shower. Open roof is perfect. Cool. I should open that roof up. I should put that thing in there. Yeah. Kimberly, thank you. I appreciate it. That's really sweet. You guys don't have to do that. I appreciate it. I'm not going to turn it down, but thank you. Bring an iPad for comments. It's not a bad idea. Well, I brought my computer, and I was hoping that my computer would work, but yeah, I'm staying warm. I got a hot tent in here if you haven't seen. Best wishes for Mrs. Bananas. Thank you, Linda. Do you ever do meet and greets in Wallaby in Kentucky? I mean, I would love to do a meet and greet. I don't know how many people would show up to it, but the easiest way, I am kind of near Cleveland, somewhat, a couple hours away. I think that, what was I going to say? I think like what would, I'm in like Northwest Ohio, sheepdog. I think that, have I seen any of those government, oh, doggone it. I just had to patch my coat and now it's coming off again. Dagnabbit. For crying out Pete's sake. Yeah, so Outdoor Vitals, it's up to you what you want to consider what is a sponsor or not. I usually consider a sponsor, somebody who says who I would call a sponsor, has actually paid me money. People who send you stuff for free, I usually don't call them a sponsor, but some people do say that. So it's all subjective, and it's whatever you want to call it. But Outdoor Vitals is like one of the only like top tier camping brands that send me stuff and that communicate with me. So they sent me this coat. I mean, I got my sleeping bag is Outdoor Vitals, so it's pretty legit. But I like to I really like to show off like kind of that middle level stuff. I mean, I love cheap stuff too, but I really love to show off that like what do you call it? Like even like Walmart and stuff. I've been thinking about doing a trip down to Kentucky and going out to the mountains or doing some kind of like, couple day, 2-3 day backpacking trip with only just stuff from Walmart. So that's on my list. Temu's an actual sponsor, but the Walmart stuff, when I started, all I had was Walmart. So yeah, affordable but still decent. Like Ozark Trail is like actually kind of passable, I wouldn't trust my life with it. The same with Temu, where I was camping when I was doing the Temu thing. I was 20 minutes, half an hour from the car or so. So if I had to just leave everything, I could just leave everything and just ditch, So my life wasn't in jeopardy. I wouldn't trust my life to Temu gear, but it's kind of fun and kind of interesting to use, cheap stuff to see if you could just kind of get by. Been catching your videos, so haven't been commenting. I'm catching up on videos. Harold, I appreciate it, brother. I am behind on comments, so I got a bunch of comments on Temu video. I've just been busting my hump trying to get videos out, man. Somebody asked when the next collab is with Kevin. I know people are going to ask the same questions a lot, and that's okay. So I hope you don't mind people who are here hearing it. But yeah, tentatively, Kevin and I are this winter are going to do a hot tent camp together. Um, so we'll either meet somewhere in the middle or we'll go out to like some of the state forests by him. Um, but leave everything but that saw. Yeah. The tent was fine. I mean, it was fine. It kept the wind out and it was structurally sound, but I don't know if it's waterproof. And you either really get yourself into some serious trouble with if it's raining and tent starts leaking. That happened to me before I started YouTube. I know you guys are never gonna hear a complete story during the stream, so bear with me because you're not gonna. I'm just gonna. My ADD is kicking up crazy. It wasn't that the Temu tent wasn't that bad. I did end up diagonal, and I'm short. If you guys have seen me next to Kevin, and Kevin is ultra tall, he's got kind of like an Ichabod Crane kind of situation going. He's crazy tall, but I'm short. I'm on the short side. You know, I'm not a tiny, but I'm certainly not big. And yeah, I did end up diagonal, and that's supposed to be a 2-person tent, which is what I prefer. I try to stay away from the 1-person, and the 3-persons is a bit big for backpacking. 2-person is perfect because you can get all your stuff in there with you. Too many comments to keep up with is a good problem to have. I agree. Good old-fashioned stealthers. You know, people don't watch the stealth camps when I do them. You know, I have some really cool ideas. There's a prison in town that I would really like to do, but it's in a really like rough part of town. But there's a huge patch of woods right next to this prison. I would really love to do that. If Kevin makes it out to like where I live, then we might do that because I need a buddy with me to do that. I don't think that's a good idea for me to do that one alone. Chili with beans in the hot tent. Yeah, it gets even hotter. Would I ever get a roof tent? Yeah, but they're crazy expensive, and they're crazy expensive, and I'm waiting for somebody to send me one for free. Basically, I've had people on the hooks a couple of times, and it just hasn't happened. Yeah, I'm not getting rich off of doing this, but I am. You know, I'm making a living. You know, I was getting to a point. Hope you enjoyed not working at a job. Absolutely. Yeah, you can't fly a drone near a prison. That's exactly right. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Wyatt. I appreciate that. Everybody's being very nice. Yeah, I appreciate. Yeah, as far as not working a job, yeah, and I had a good job. I worked at a company called Hoopla. If everybody wants to know this, I keep meaning to mention this in my videos, and I keep forgetting because people ask me all the time. But I worked for a company called Hoopla, and they're based in Northwest Ohio as well. And I was an account manager, and you know, I just kind of managed like the accounts with like the small to medium sized libraries. And Hoopla's like a company that libraries can use to provide ebooks and audiobooks and stuff like that to their patrons and stuff. You know, nothing's free, so it's but it was a really cool job, and they were a great company. They took excellent care of their customers, and they took really good care. There was a great company culture. I loved that job. That was a great job. I would have never quit that job probably, but I just wanted to roll the dice and I wanted to try this. And to be perfectly honest, I know everybody's so super supportive, and I really appreciate it. It's just tough when I get a couple comments here and there with people kind of, you know, give me a hard time about sponsors. Because it hurts my feelings if I'm being honest, you know, and I need to I'm working my best to try to focus on the 99% of positive comments that are always out there, because I'm just looking through the comments, and you guys are like the sweetest, absolute sweetest, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, Kimber, thank you. Yeah, because I have an ability now. There was an update, so. Yeah, watch out for Sasquatch. Right on, sheepdog. Very cool. Thank you, man. yeah, people give me a hard time sometimes about taking sponsors, but basically, like, it got to a point where I had a savings when I quit my job, and instead of adding to my savings, I had to go into the savings twice just to pay my bills over the course of that, 8, 9 months that I had been full time on YouTube. And it was just, I was drowning, man. I just wasn't getting anywhere, and I was just getting further and further behind. And all of a sudden, accepting the sponsors, I'm not getting rich or anything, but I'm got plenty of breathing room. I have, like I said, I'm not. Obviously, you can see, I'm not. Um, I'm. I'm not. Like I said, I'm not getting rich or anything, but I'm making a fair living now. So I'm. I'm happy. And most people. I mean, like when I had the Cabela's, so many people were just like congratulating me on getting the Cabela's sponsorship, which is just, you know, that's pretty awesome. I appreciate that from everybody. So at any rate, I'm not one of these people. I'm not one of these YouTubers who I'm sure you guys hear some other YouTubers out there say, um, don't read comments. There's a famous podcaster who says this, who we won't get into who that is, but um, a lot of YouTubers say, never read comments, don't read comments, it's bad for you. And it is tough to see negative stuff about yourself sometimes, but I'm just very convicted as long as I can still have the time to try to read and respond to as many comments as possible, because I don't want to punish the people who are being supportive and being nice by just not reading anything that anybody says, because the vast majority of people are really, really cool, Um, so, yeah. Looking to downsize my 2-person. All I need is a 1-person. Right on. If that works, man. Um, Hi, everybody, and thank you. Joe, you will get that e-bike. It's going to happen, buddy. It will happen. They seem to have slowed down. Like, they're not emailing me that much anymore either. And I used to get so many of those people trying to send me an e-bike. But yeah, that's really seems to have slowed down. The price has fallen through the floor on those things. I worry about your hard wind and ice and snow. I really like the saw from Timo. Yes, thank you, Katrina. Yeah, luckily, like I said, if I had to, I could have hiked out. It wasn't like that unfortunate, my heart goes out to that kid's family, but that guy in Sweden, I don't know if you guys heard about that kid that died, but he was a full day away from the car. So he wasn't going to be able to just bail if things got bad. He was stuck. And that's most of my videos. I can leave if I really, really have to. I can leave. I can pack up, or if I really have to, I can just leave everything behind and I can get out most of the time. Most of the time, not always, but sounds like a bunch of hoopla. Yes, very funny. I like that. Don't listen to the trolls. Thank you, and watch out for Sasquatch. Always watching out for Sasquatch. I really enjoyed your things. Yes. Thank you, Sheepdog. We are your friends. Thank you, Chris. I know who you are, buddy. Mac, thank you so much. Alan, thank you. Katrina, thank you. Don, thank you as well. WATP, thank you as well. Kevin goes outside. Absolutely. Thank you, man. Jay Miller, me and my wife have enjoyed watching you grow. Thank you. Robert, thank you. Giggity, giggity. I'm a bit of a troll, but I don't get the negative comments. You're a goofball. I wouldn't say that's a troll. I get like a video, or I got a comment from somebody that was just really mean earlier today, and then it from on my dashboard, it lets me click into seeing what the other, like the last 3 comments that person has left, and the last 3 comments that person has left were like weirdly, unnecessarily nitpicky, critical BS. And somebody, I got a negative comment today actually. It wasn't even negative. It was just like, hey, I didn't like the Temu video, and here's why. And I'm a huge fan of your channel, and normally I like everything, but I didn't like this one, and here's why. And I can't be mad about that. That's somebody that's just giving an honest opinion. They're not just trying to like pick at me. They're giving their opinion. And I need feedback. So, the only feedback I get about my channel is from the comments. So I could never, I can't imagine stopping reading the comments. If they got too much going, then, if there was too many, it could get tough to respond. Even now, it can be tough to respond to them all. But I can't imagine stopping reading them. I need to see the feedback. I've been watching your channel from the start. It's always unique. Enjoy your upbeat approach to almost everything you do. Keep it going. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Long-time watcher, first-time comment. You're crazy, dude. We love all your camping. Please stay safe, brother. Congrats on the continued sex. Thank you. Thank you, Bill and Marty. I appreciate that. The headlamp in your last video seemed ridiculously bright. Is it rechargeable? Yes. It is rechargeable, and it has a high and a low and a flash, and that's the only settings that it has. But it is rechargeable. My wife gifted me a banana flask last year. Hope to get a banana shirt this year. Love the channel, dedicated fan. Thank you, Carlos. I just quit Walgreens after... Oh, the DC and... okay. Out there by, like, kind of Oregon or Owens Community College and stuff. Right on. Well, what are you doing now, Chad? Leave me another comment. Let me know what you're doing now. You seem like a fully down-to-earth guy. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, Tall. Bobby, thank you. How many subs do you need to start getting free gear to you? So this is yes, I know AB Camping. He's a great channel, very unique channel. How many subs do you need to start getting free? It's really not a hard, easy question, to answer. I think these companies have some kind of tool where they can see how many views you're getting a month, basically. And that's what they use to start kind of figuring out whether they're going to... Okay. Yeah, so I don't think that you guys see? Can you guys see that? 44,988. So I'm almost there. I haven't quite hit 45. I knew I was going to be kind of jumping the gun a little bit. But, yeah. Yeah, I realized I just showed you guys how much money I made. But yeah, from YouTube, I am making... So I know nobody asked this question. But since I just flashed it on the screen, I'll just tell you. Right now, I'm making like anywhere between like $1,500 to $2,500 a month from YouTube, which is great, but it's not enough to live off of. That's why I need the sponsors. There's so many. Goodness. I'm a lucky duck. Wait, it's not raining? I appreciate that, Harold. I appreciate that, Katrina. Adventure Nomad, thank you. Camel 12, thank you. Hey, Handsome Devil. My man. Everybody say hi to Handsome Devil Marine. He's the man. Yeah, I was going to get off of here, but I might as well just stay on for a little while, I guess, huh? Because more and more people keep joining. Yeah. Let's see. What was I going to say? Oh, doggone it. If you were 3 foot shorter and had pointy ears, I'd be asking when you're going to start loading the sleigh. I don't even need to be 3 foot shorter. If I was 3 foot shorter, you'd barely be able to see me. My personal vendetta against the phrase "very unique" continues. Yeah. You're so right, Nadine, except for a guy with a man card. I can't say that. What did Nadine say? Oh, it's easy to be sweet to you because you're adorable. Thank you, Nadine. Don't let my wife see that one. Nadine, he's a married man. That's true. Hi, Sam. Hi, Timothy. I recognize you, bud. Sam's a cuddly bear. I am. I'm a little bear. Thumbs up. The algo will put in more people. Yes. I saw nothing, Sponge Girl. I found your channel a year ago by reading comments in another YouTuber's channel. Cool. I try to comment on other people's stuff, you know. And that's a tactic that people who are trying to grow their channel should do. Once you get a little bit of traction, I think the best thing that you can do is to try to make as best video as you possibly can as often as you can. That's what you should. That's the number one thing that I think that you should do. When are you in small plots and when camping? Tentative plan this winter, maybe January. We'll see. Of doing hot tent camp. Kevin doesn't have hot tent stuff, but I do. I have enough for 2 people. He can have his own stove and tent, and yeah. So that's our tentative plan. Maybe January. If you had to pick a blow-up tent that was affordable, which would it be? This one I think is expensive. I don't even know exactly how much it is off the top of my head. I would never probably, even at this level with sponsors and stuff, I wouldn't probably be able to buy it. I got this one for free. I think this one was a bit more expensive. But the one you normally see me use, that one's like $300 maybe or so. It's not that expensive. It's not that crazy. Hang on a second. I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing here. What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Hello. Oh, shoot. Can you see it? Can you see it? Okay. Well, shoot. I might as well bring you guys down so you can see it. This is what I do every time I do anything while I'm camping anyway. There's the inside of the stove. There we go. Oh. Gonna turn that off. Okay. Come back over here. Okay. Same about to dry. Audio is out of sync. No. Simon Blow, a great canoe trip in Scotland. Yes, he did. We need more Michigan River trips. One is coming up next week. I'm going to shoot it next week, but it'll hopefully it'll be before the first of the year. Okay, let's see what we got. Would you ever go camping in Georgia or Florida? I did a trip in Georgia. Cheers, everybody. I know this is not everybody's cup of tea. Luckily, I'm the one drinking it, not you. There was a glitch in the Matrix, but you're back. Yeah, I would go camping in the South. I would love to go camping in the South. I want to get down and go visit Louisiana so I can go see Joe from Joe's Outdoor Places. I always love that guy's vibe. I think he's in the chat there, but yeah, I have a plan to get down there. I mean, when I do go down there, that's a definite plan. There is a spot that I did on the way back from my Florida trip. That's in northwest South Carolina, and it's just like in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, and it was this crazy mountain lake, this giant like lake with all these. It's called like Lake Jocassee or something like that. It was really, really cool, and I just stumbled upon it on the maps when I was just kind of Googling around and stuff. So I was planning on trying to get down there before winter. I could still go because I'm gonna keep canoeing as long as possible. I know the Pine River up in the Lower Peninsula should be able to, according to what I understand about it, it should flow all year round. So there's a great canoe and kayak outfitter up there in that region. You know, if you look at, well, it's like this. So this is Michigan. So if you're from the area, people in Michigan do this because this is kind of like what Michigan looks like basically. But this is up here is where I normally go do all my trips. And then I'm down here in Ohio. But I go up here and there's a great outfitter up there called Horina's, Horina, and I just did the Pine River in September. Is a little rocky. Yeah. Well, that outfitter in Horina's, he told me that you can go year round if you really want. You can go in the middle of the winter, and I'm not opposed to going in the winter. I think all you have to do. I don't know if you guys watch Joe Robinet. Talk about a guy who's been through a lot, but he had a video a year or two ago where he was canoe camping in the winter, and he tipped. And really, you just need like a spare set of clothes and a really quick, easy way to start a fire. That's what you need. But what I got a plan. Dagnabbit. For crying out Pete's sake. There we go. Yeah, I got a plan to go hot tent camping on the canoe in the wintertime. So I plan on canoe camping all winter. But I plan on doing a lot of hot tenting too. I want to do some. I'm going to keep talking to you even though I can't see you. Dagnabbit. Crying out loud. Okay. The most professional live stream we've ever seen. I'm just trying to plug this light in so it doesn't die on me. Okay, there we go. I lost my train of thought. Yeah. So anyway, I plan on doing a lot of hot tent camping this winter. Hot tent camping is the bomb. It is so much fun. It's a ton of work because you just have to cut all this wood and it's a lot to set up every single time. I was watching Xander on his live stream, and he was just saying that, you know, he's kind of, I mean, he's basically saying like he likes hot tenting, but he's kind of over it because it's just so much work and he'd rather just be in a tarp with a big campfire. which I can relate. It's a lot less work to just build a giant campfire and just have like a nice little tarp camp. But Xander Budnick. Um, but yeah, I like hot tent camping because it's just so comfortable in the wintertime. It's worth the work to me. Okay. Let's check out some of these comments. I apologize, I'm missing stuff, guys. Rusty Fingers. Cheers, buddy. Cheers. Guy has been around for a long time. When am I camping again with Kevin? Tentative plan to do hot tent camping this winter. Kevin and I should be doing hot tent camping this winter. Detour Village, I don't know what that is, Ruth. North Michigan is beautiful. It really is, and I really want to get up to the Upper Peninsula, but it's not exactly the closest thing. I can get to Kentucky quicker. Houghton Lake area, yes, it is Houghton Lake area. That is. I haven't been there, but that's over in there. Watermelon Modelo, I'll give it a try. Joe is appreciated. Yes, he is. He's a sweet guy. Should do a day in the life of Sam Bananas. Hello from Aberdeen, Ohio. I don't know Aberdeen, Ohio. Yeah, I should do a day in the life. I occasionally I put up random stuff like that, like an outing at a bar or something on Patreon. But any plans to make it back out to Olympic Peninsula in Washington? I'm hoping. Okay, let me say that a little bit slower. Do I have any plans to make it out to the Olympic Peninsula in Washington again? Kev goes outside. I gotta answer that question. My buddy Rob is out there in Washington, and I really, really want to get out to the Cascades and do a proper hot tent camp out there. And yes, I really, really want to get back out there. So maybe this year we'll see. You know, it's expensive for me to fly out there. So if I can get the right sponsor lined up and somebody that will pay for it, then I would love to go out there. And get my buddy Rob and do maybe like a week-long backpacking trip and just do like a big epic, like 2-hour, like a movie type of video with a bunch of drone footage and stuff. So we'll see. John at Lost Lakes calls him Xander. Okay, I never caught that before, but okay. I love John as well. John just posted a video tonight. Xandaddy. That was so funny on his last live stream because like the gay dudes were just swarming him. He's a good looking guy, you know. He was a model and stuff, you know. So you can't you can't fault him, I guess. Sam's got ambience. Justin, thanks, man. Kimber, thank you. Any Ossabaw River trips in the works? Yes, that's the one that I haven't done. I've done the Pine, I've done Manistee River, and I've done Pierre Marquette. And I'd like to go back and do different sections of all of those, or the entire thing of some of them. Like a 5-day or a 7-day canoe trip would be killer. But yeah, I plan on doing Ensemble next if I can. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it next. I shouldn't say that because it's probably frozen right now because it's so big. But we'll see. Pine is probably going to be next. We'll see. I'm figuring it out. Hi from Idaho. Hello, Xandaddy. Thank you, everybody. I apologize I can't comment on each one. I appreciate all the nice comments. You and Kev are always a classic. We will be getting together again soon. Trust me. Oh, right on. Redneck City Boys. Very cool. Found you from watching Kevin. Very nice. I haven't spoken to Kevin in a minute, and I haven't seen any uploads from him either. So hopefully, I assume he's just busy with the holidays. A lot of times he takes the entire month of December off anyway. So I should send him a text. Okay, I really wanted to answer this one. Do you run the stove all night? I'm running a propane heater, no at night, so I can get some sleep instead of loading the stove every hour. Yeah, Kev, so what I think that, like, if you're going to hot tent, this is the expectations that you should give yourself. This is what everybody should think and plan when you think about hot tenting. What you should do is you should dress for and have a sleep system for the temperatures that you're going to camp in, regardless of if you were hot tenting or not. So if it's going to be 20 degrees outside, you should have a 15-degree sleeping bag, and you should have an R value 5 mat, etc. You should plan as if you were going to sleep in the cold temperatures. What you do then is you load the stove right before you go to bed, and then you just let it go out. The idea that even with a big stove, you're not going to make it through the whole entire night of 8 hours of sleep and be able to it's just not going to happen. Like when I was a teenager, my best friend, his family was kind of hippies kind of, and they used to heat their house. They didn't have like a boiler or a whatever you call it, like they heated their entire house with parents and 4 kids with a wood stove, and they couldn't make it through, and they had like a legit wood stove, and they still couldn't make it all night long. So it was always somebody's turn to get up and load it, basically. So you're not going to keep the stove warm all night long unless you wake up every hour or two and load it. So it just is what it is with hot tenting. What it is like while you're awake, you can have this nice, warm, comfortable thing. You should be planning to get into a sleeping bag that's going to keep you warm. That's my take on it anyway. That's my take on it. Have I seen the big drones? Hang on. Yeah. Have I seen the big drones? No. I'm in Ohio, and I don't think they are even in Pennsylvania. I think they're in New Jersey. Very weird. Very weird. Nobody seems to really know. It seems to be some crazy, good Lord. That's pretty wild, man. That is pretty wild. No, I have not seen any drones besides the one I've been flying around. How did you and Kevin meet? Kevin and I found each other's YouTube channels. I forget who found who first. But I had a viral video a few months after we started kind of commenting back and forth and chatting, and that kind of took me up, got me monetized. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I might need a cup of coffee. But yeah, Kevin was started after me and had a bigger channel than I did. He was taking off much faster than me, and I had one viral video that just really helped me get going. It was a camping in the rain where just everything went wrong. Go figure, classic Sam Bananas type of video. But yeah, I've had a few big videos, that have helped my subscriber count and helped my exposure and stuff like that. But yeah, Kevin and I just met on YouTube, and watching camping videos, and found each other, and then kind of started piecing together that we were somewhat near each other, and yeah, and I could just tell. Ooh, excuse me. I could tell from watching his videos that I would jive with him. We both like to drink beer and similar sense of humor and stuff. Kevin's much funnier than me. I have my own charm, don't get me wrong, but Kevin is a classic goofball comedy kind of guy, and I like to goof off and stuff too, but I think Kevin's a bit more clever than me. And he's way ahead of me in terms of editing. I think I'm catching up to him. On top of it, I'm taking out 20 pounds of camera gear every single time I go. Kevin films on a handheld GoPro the entire time. I actually bought Kevin for a present. I bought him this. So I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can turn the light on. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. So I bought Kevin a thing like this, which is just an extendable, basic like a selfie stick. He was just using something that is like handheld, and then he just puts it right on the ground when he wants to do a shot where he walks past something, or he it's like bendy, so he can like put it on like a tree branch or something. But yeah, I got him this little thing last time I was out there in Rochester. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Whoops. Okay, we're back. We're back. Need to be careful propane heater using a propane heater with because of carbon monoxide. Yes, and same thing with the wood stove. You got to be careful about that. If you remember when Steve used to do this back in the day, he was like a Steve Wallace was like a propane or like a carbon monoxide inspecting kind of a guy somehow. So he always had like these little devices. At least that's what I understand. He was like somehow inspected people's properties to make sure if they had appropriate levels of CO2. So he always had these little devices to measure the CO2 and stuff. Aberdeen is an hour away from Cincinnati, right on. You guys don't have to keep retracting your messages. You're not going to offend me. If it's that bad, I'll just skip it. Do I go to Red River Gorge? Yes. I've done a few videos at Red River Gorge with my nephew. I was planning on that last Temu video, I was planning to go to Red River Gorge, actually, believe it or not. I was going to go to Indian Staircase, which is, you can Google it, Indian Staircase in Kentucky. It's gorgeous, and it's just like cliffs, and it's just utterly beautiful. And it's a perfect spot for like a two-nighter, like a 3-day. But because there's a ton of stuff to see, you can go set up a camp up there, and then you can spend your second day exploring the area. So it's a great spot for that. And it's a manageable hike. So we'll see. I emailed that Temu lady and asked her if she wanted to try this one more time, if she would send me some stuff, because I wanted to get down there, but time constraints stopped me from doing it, unfortunately. Yes, I've been to Red River Gorge, and I need to go back down there. Oh goodness, I went too far. Maxim Budnick is also freaking hot, just saying, makes amazingly peaceful vids as well. Yeah. Maxim is a great YouTuber, actually. Yeah, I watch Maxim videos. He doesn't put out a ton of videos all the time like Xander does, because he's not like a full-time YouTuber. But he makes great videos. He makes excellent videos. Yeah, I like Maxim. He's a real chill guy too. Don't sleep on the BWCA. Yeah, I've been planning to go there. It's about a 14-hour drive from me, so I would like to go there. I most likely before I went there though, I would end up in Canada because I can get to Canada quicker, and it's kind of a very similar like geological like rivers and like I love that like Ontario thing where it's like all those rivers and lakes that are kind of a network of connected things and you portage and stuff. And I want to do that so bad. I like have put together a system to be able to do that, but I really just don't really have anything like that close to me. So I just end up river camping, and I don't even need like half the stuff I have. I'm kind of equipped to go down a trail with the canoe, but I never end up doing it because it's not really near me. Um, but yeah, BC, the Boundary Waters is on my list. Absolutely. Postponing the Lost Lakes video to be here. I appreciate that, brother. I'm gonna watch that Lost Lakes video tonight, probably. Hi, I'm from Seattle, Washington. The Cascades are so beautiful. I know. I was looking at photos of them. I didn't make it out there. I went to Olympic Peninsula instead because they're not quite close to each other. But yeah, I really want to get back out and do some backpacking in the Cascades. Have you ever been to Sierra Nevadas? No, I would love to go out there. That's on my list. Absolutely, it's gorgeous. Joe Robinette's buddy, what's that guy's name? Kyle. He lives out there and he did videos out there and stuff. Rusty Fingers, I appreciate it, buddy. R.I.P. Storm, you should really know what you're doing out in the backcountry. Died 3 weeks into a tragic snowstorm. Yeah, absolutely. And outdoor gear review, Luke did a little, kind of news story, basically, slash tribute to the guy. It's very sad, but like this is the thing. Like the bigger of the challenge and the bigger of the thing that you try to take on, you have to be realistic with yourself about what your skill level is and your expertise based on the challenge that you're taking on. Um, I do this all the time, but I still don't think I'm any kind of expert on anything. I have some experience, but what he did was wild. But I think that's unfortunately that's youthful exuberance. You feel invincible when you're what 21 or whatever he was. 22. Hi, Mrs. Bananas. Thanks, Rhonda. Right on. Outdoors Adventure Maine. Right on. You only need heat to make you go to sleep. That's right. That's how I see it. That's how I use it. Yes, exactly. Love to do a camping in the UK. It's gorgeous out there. Can you use pellets instead of wood? Yes, absolutely. And I just saw Lone Wolf 902. He just posted something with pellets, and I haven't watched it. He puts out too many videos. I can't watch them all. But I do watch some of his stuff. He had a pair of bushcraft videos that were kind of neat recently. Oops, taking a bit. How do I like the Outdoor Vitals coat? It's extremely warm, and it has like zippers for your pits. So when you're like hiking and exerting yourself and sweating, you can vent it out. It's got like a hood with like that cinches down in the back, not just down here. This is a sick coat. It's really, really cool. Outdoor Vital stuff is expensive, so not everybody's going to need this extensive of stuff. I could really use it because I'm out all the time. But yeah, Outdoor Vitals is like, it's high end, so do I think I'll be invited to a freak off party? My God. Okay. Are you going to HangCon in Florida? No, I didn't even know about it, but I bet what's his face? The older fella that's in Minnesota. That what is his name? Shug Murray or something like that. He's like a circus guy, but he does camping videos. He's been to Hang Con a couple times. Yeah, I do have a diesel heater, so I might use one. I might try it out. West Highland Way, Scotland. Yes, everybody. If you research Scotland for multi-day hikes, you're gonna hear about that West Highland Way. It's a killer video. DJI Vital new drone next year. That's cool. I have a DJI Mini 2 is my drone. And then I have that little foldable pocket drone that I use to get some of the circular shots and stuff. So I take 2 drones a lot of times when I'm camping. I have 2 drones. You love your potatoes and cheese. Yep, and that's what I'm cooking tonight too. Loving the old person noises makes me feel connected. Somebody told me, like, my ex-girlfriend's dad many years ago said that's when you know when you're getting old is when you can't get out of a chair without making noises. What's the light on the tripod? So this is a selfie stick with like a bottom, if I can put that down. So that's got like a thing that can retract, and basically I use this as a backup tripod, so I can always put so I switched that out to be a different thing that can hold. Man, I'm trying to show you. So that can hold my phone. So I switched that out into like a more heavy duty one that has like mounts, cold shoe mounts, so I can put a light in there and stuff. All right, you guys hang tight. I got to go grab something out of the car. I'll be right back. Oh, okay. Sorry. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. Everybody's talking to each other. Anytime you get creeped out while camping. Prior to YouTube, I was camping. I was like real early on with camping, and it was really late at night. I was like laying in the tent. I got woken up, and I heard footsteps going past me. And I was in a place where like that is not a commonly traversed area. It's like an old 4x4 trail that is like overgrown that you had to bushwhack through. And I was only 10 minutes from the car or something. I was really close to the car. It was like when I was kind of learning how to go kind of camping and backpacking, the spot that mom showed me. Somebody walked past the tent at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know what they were doing, why they were there, but it was very freaky. It was very uncomfortable. You should go to Daniel Boone. Yes, I have been to Daniel Boone a couple times, and that is on the list to go. Absolutely. Oh, Steve Cousins. I appreciate the offer, man. Yeah, maybe. I'll keep that in mind, brother. I would like to do some stuff in Arkansas too. Arkansas has some, that Ozark area down there is gorgeous. I'd do some camping down there too. Have I seen Adventure Archives? Yes. Love Adventure Archives. Those I think it's four. It's really like those two guys mainly, but there's four of them. They're like real sweet guys. Yeah, I really enjoy those guys. Oh goodness. Thank you, no ads. I appreciate it, man. Holy smokes. You didn't have to do that. You guys don't have to do that. I appreciate it, but okay. What are your plans to grow your channel? Well, yeah, I talked about this earlier, and I know people come and go the whole entire time I'm doing this, so it's totally fine. But hang on a second. I need to plug this doggone light in because I'm gonna need it after I get off the live with you guys. I still have to go out and get more wood, and I still have to go out and get more wood, and cook dinner and stuff. And I have to do the Gloria Estefan thing, so I can't stay on here too much longer. I hate to get off because I'm having like such a great night. Rhonda, have a great night. Well, okay, what are my plans to grow my channel? So right now what I'm doing is what I think is really the number one way to grow your channel is to put out as best videos and most interesting videos that you can make as often as possible. I think that's the best way to grow the channel. So I'm trying to do, and wintertime is an excellent time to get high view videos because people want, you know, every YouTuber is a open secret, you know, everybody knows this, but videos in bad weather do, you know, it's a thing that people are very interested in. When I talk to people and they don't watch camping YouTube videos, I'll tell them how they'll suggest to me that I go camping. They'll say, "Oh, on Thursday it's going to be really nice and sunny," and then I tell them that I kind of wait a lot of times for it to rain or a snowstorm to go camping, and I'm trying to get out and that people like that type of stuff, and they're always really shocked. But they're just thinking about what they like to go, the weather that they like to go camping, and they're not thinking about what's an interesting video. Hey, I went camping and I set up a tent and everything was nice and I cooked the dinner and I went to bed. You know, people absolutely, you know, people will watch that because people love camping content. But what really, you know, gets people interested is a thunderstorm or a blizzard, something like that, or like things go wrong, or you're stealth camping and you get caught, you know, like that kind of stuff. How long will you let your beard grow? I just trimmed it, so I'm kind of trying to keep it this length, but I need to kind of take some of this. I don't know. I take it down really short sometimes too. Let's get back here. When was the first time you went camping and how was it? It was 2018. It was in the summertime. My mom told me about a 2,600 acre state forest that's near her. I'm not going to tell people exactly where it is. Some people figure it out anyway, but there's a little parking area and a little 4x4 overgrown trail. That's where I heard people walking past the tent. I went out in 2018 3 times that summer, and it was quite comical. I took 2 big fold-up camping chairs. I made like 6 trips from the car to walk to a place that was 3 minutes walk from the car. Oh God, you do not want to see me shave off the beard, buddy. You don't want to see it. I look like Peter Griffin. Yeah, so I went 3 times that year, and then I quit in the fall, and then I just kept watching YouTube, and I kept really, really wanting to go winter camping, and I got brave enough to go that March of 2019, and I made myself a New Year's resolution that I was going to go camping once per month in 2019. So that's what I did. I went camping once a month, and I did a few multi-night trips over that year. But yeah, every single month in 2019, I went camping. I kept it going. Sometimes I went more than once a month, and I just kept that going. And then I went all through. I did the same thing in 2020, and I just kept going. And I was just like, got the bug, and I just loved it. I just kept going, going, going. And then I filmed my very first video in September of 2020. But I didn't post it until November because I had to figure out how to edit it. I shot it on a tripod similar to what you see here with the cell phone mount, and it was a, what do you call it? Galaxy Note 10. You guys hear that? See you later, bud. See you later, handsome devil. George. Okay. Have you seen the tree tents? No. I don't know about the tree tents. Lost Lake video is sad, no spoilers. No! Oh no! I'm in the desert part of Washington. My buddy was telling me there's a desert in eastern Washington. Corporal's Corner, man. Been watching Corporal's Corner for a long time, bud. Been watching Corporal's Corner for a long time. I learned a lot of stuff on his channel. It's the coldest temperature I've camped in. I think the coldest probably was like somewhere in the teens, maybe like 15 degrees Fahrenheit or so. Yeah, another Daniel Boone. Yep, I love Daniel Boone. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, Suge Mary. Yeah, I love that guy. How long have I been doing camping videos? I think I just answered that one. I put I shot the first video in 2020, September 2020, and then I edited it and uploaded it in November. Mini 4 will come down in price. Okay, good to know. Great for following car. Good to know. Good to know. That's cool. Well, it's expensive. Those drones are expensive. They're insanely expensive. Yeah, because I have a Mini 2 SE. And that 4, good lord, it's probably $1,500 or something. Have you thought about trying different alcohols and rating them on your camps? Would love to hear some reviews from you. One of the videos with Kevin, we each had just like a bunch of different kinds of beers, and then we each had our like coffee mugs, and he has like a Kuska or whatever you call it, and we kept like splitting a beer between the two of us, and we just kind of gave our thoughts. So yeah, that's not a terrible idea. I would do that. Yeah, the pipe is coming out, Chad. Don't you worry about it. You'll see it in the main video. Puff, puff, pass. I cannot bust the pipe out without a bunch of... I don't know what I'm allowed to say on YouTube, but that type of commentary. My old buddy, or not my buddy, but like a lot of people I know, they used to say, it's not a microphone. Let me know if you know that phrase. When people forgot to pass, people would say, hey, it's not a microphone. And somebody would be holding it and telling a story. Be worried about bears. Yeah, no bears near me, but yeah, when I am near bears, I take bear spray. I appreciate that, Kathy. Thank you. Goodness sakes, I can't keep them up. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Banana flask for merch? Yes, I'm working on it. See you, Kimber. How did Miss Bananas liked Rochester a lot? Yeah, we had fun. How are my fur babies? They're very good. Very good. Monty's hanging in there. Hi, Mr. Bananas from the UK. Love your bad weather videos. Also, 1 hour-ish videos is good for me. Most people seem to really prefer the longer videos. So I'm probably going to keep the videos longer just because most people seem to want longer videos. And love your bad weather videos. That's what I was just talking about. People love the bad weather, you know, and, you know, to be honest, I don't go camping to have like a relaxing experience. I go camping for the challenge. You know, I want to take on some kind of a challenge. So I need some kind of challenge, you know. I can't do it every single time. Obviously, this is not much of a challenge except that it's cold, but yeah, he said shave your beard off when you reach 100K subscribers. Maybe, you know, my wife doesn't want me to do that. I did when my wife and I were very first dating. I dressed up as Nacho Libre for Halloween 2 years in a row, and I shaved all this off, and I just left the mustache, and she told me I'm never allowed to do that again. So she likes the beard. I do plan to go to Louisiana. Oh, yes, absolutely. I want to go down there to see Joe. Hello from Rochester. Right on. Hi, John. Hi, Amelia. Right on. I started watching a long time because of smallpox. Awesome. No ads. Okay, cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, buddy. You don't have to keep doing that. I'm trying to get to the questions. You don't have to do that just to ask me, but I appreciate it. Your videos entertain and inspire all of us. Thank you, brother. Keep working on what you enjoy. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I'm doing my best, bud. Hi from Ontario. We have great. I know you guys have great camping up there. I'm super jealous. Yeah, I mean, I've been on the internet looking up Ontario trips. Part of the problem is you can't fly a drone in what you guys call provincial parks, and I hate to go do a canoe trip without using drone footage. So I know you have Crown Land and stuff. I'm trying to figure all that out, but okay, where do I get the music? I get some of the music, most of it from YouTube. Offers free, YouTube offers free videos for content creators to browse through and search, and so I use that. But I also use the same service that Kevin uses called Artlist. So once in a while, I will subscribe to that for the month, and then you can, as long as you're subscribed, you can upload the video, and then you don't have to continue to be subscribed to have the video sit there. But I use more video or a channel called Endemic Sound or something like that. That's where I get a lot of music from lately. What's my favorite video you have made? Not necessarily best performing, just the one you are the most proud of. I love that island video with the abandoned lighthouse. I'm super proud of that video. That took a lot of work, and it was really hard to get out there. And in hindsight, it was kind of stupid to paddle a canoe. That island is about a mile off of shore, a mile out into Lake Erie. So in hindsight, that was kind of stupid thing for me to do. I don't know. It depends on what you think about stupid. If you think risking your life for a YouTube video that gets 27,000 views is stupid, then, it's probably stupid. But I really, really wanted to, to get that done, and I got it done. I was really, really proud of that. I think my 2 canoe videos from this year, my 2 multi-night, my 2-nighters, are pretty good too. The last one didn't do the greatest, but I was really proud of that one and the drone footage I got. And yeah, I thought the one with Christian, my nephew Christian and my brother, didn't perform the greatest either, but I was pretty proud of that one too. I thought that one did pretty well, or I thought that came out pretty well. Have I thought about doing whiskey or Scotch reviews like Blot Outdoors over in England? Yeah, I love Blot Outdoors. He's a riot. I would like to do something like that. He does takeout reviews too. They call it takeaway over there. Finger Lakes, heck yeah. How did I hook up with Kevin? We just found each other watching videos on YouTube. Started messaging each other. See Kev, not Kevin from Small Plots, but Kev Goes Outside. Right on, Chris. Yep, I dig it, buddy. Jack Black, yep. Camping challenge. It's not an adventure until a plan fails. That is so spot on. That is absolutely like so true. That's what makes it the most memorable is when stuff goes wrong. My wife threatened to divorce if I shave off the beard. I know. A lot of wives like beard, I think. Hey, Jefferson Space. Nice to see you, bud. Shave the mustache and leave the beard. That'd be interesting. A lot of people worry about your facial hair. I know. There is some beard jealousy in here. Yeah. Mr. Blot sent me. Did Blot Outdoors mention me in a video? I don't watch every video. I try to catch his videos and stuff, but I don't know. Did he mention me at some point? Because I don't. Somebody else told me that too, that he's talked about me. I should try to find him on Instagram and message him maybe. I just had a talk with my wife last night about possibly going over and doing like 2 weeks or something or 10 days in Ireland and shooting some backpacking videos. But maybe I could, instead of doing Ireland, I could do Scotland or Wales or even England. They have some really pretty stuff over there. Part of the problem is like Ireland and Scotland both have a bunch of like public camping areas. And England seems to be quite restrictive on all of that type of stuff. Have I thought about selling Mrs. Bayonetta's refried beans? No, I haven't thought about selling any of Mrs. Bayonetta's cooking, although it wouldn't be a terrible idea. Lake Erie is like all of Ohio. Wait 5 minutes and it'll change. It's true. It's very true. How do you keep from getting sick camping in all the different weathers? I never get sick. Very rarely. I shouldn't say never. I very rarely get sick, so I just don't really have a problem. I hear you, Sam, but personally, I kind of like that our provincial parks have no drone noise. Absolutely. I totally understand that. And I am not saying that they should have drones. I'm just saying if I'm going to go make a YouTube video and a canoe trip somewhere, I want to go somewhere where I can fly the drone because I think it'll make the most footage. I'm definitely not trying to say that your parks should have drones being allowed. I understand not wanting the drones there. But yeah, I want to go somewhere where I'm allowed to fly the drone. Blot is a legend. Yes, he is. Just watched this latest video and then noticed that you were streaming, so I thought I'd drop on you. Right on. Smood, I'm at a campground. He did, sir. So he mentioned, okay, right on. Well, you guys, if you, anybody in here, you guys say hi to Blot Outdoors for me, okay? If you're watching him, tell him Sam Bananas said hi, okay? Tell him Sam Bananas mentioned him in the live stream. Just mentioning your channel, telling people to come check you out, so I did. Now I'm subscribed to you for a life just like him. Right on. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Criticism. If you want to watch a video where like somebody forgets stuff all the time and things go wrong and a guy who doesn't know how to cook and drinks too much, then you found the right channel. Scotland, you can wild camp right to room. Yes, that's why I want to go to Scotland. Exactly. Ireland has like some similar kind of loosey-goosey wild camping rules too. England seems to be very restrictive about that stuff, but it seems like private property owners, if you're cool and chill, from what Kent, Andy at Kent Survival seem, and some other people and Simon and stuff, they seem to say that if you're nice, most people would just let you camp on their property. New Zealand, oh my God, of course I would love to go to New Zealand. What's that guy's, Chris and Victoria? Scotty from Scotty's Gone Walkabout, he did a awesome New Zealand video earlier this year. Quebec, of course, I would love to go to Quebec. That's actually something I could reasonably make happen. Going to the fridge, get a beer. Good night, everybody. Good night. Nice to see you, Tina. You said you worked at an office called Hoopla. What was your position? I was an account manager. Sam is my spirit animal. Hi from Florida. Hi, Lori. Nice to see you. I always notice you in the comments, Lori. Do I watch J Leger? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Yes, I do. AB Camping? Yes, I do. Hi from Choctaw Nation. Nice, man. Very cool. Scotty's New Zealand vid is beautiful. Yes, it was. Hi from Beaver Creek. All right, I'm going to take a couple more. It's 10 o'clock, and I still have to cook and everything and go get more firewood and stuff, and I'd like to get into bed before 1 a.m. Yeah. Let me take some more questions, if you guys have more questions. Best meal I've ever cooked on a fire is probably like burgers and fries, to be honest. The tastiest and easiest thing is like mac and cheese with bacon bits dumped into it. But yeah, grilling is kind of the best thing to cook on fire. Any more collab videos planned? I'd love to collab with some other YouTubers. Nobody's really reaching out to me. That guy from Northwest Wind has reached out to me a few times, but he does stealth camping mostly. I like doing videos with Kevin. To be honest, I think if you're going to see other people in the videos, it's probably going to be more friends and family that I know that I want you guys to introduce you guys to. But I'm open to collabing with people for sure. Abel and Victoria, yes, that's it. And AV Camping, of course, yeah. AV Camping is the bomb. His videos are like 3 hours long and stuff, so it's sometimes hard for me to make it through that. The channel's called Abel and Victoria, but it's just that guy. I never see her. NCT in Northern Michigan, yes, I would love to. I would love to. I camp in a couple spots that are down in southern Michigan that NCT runs through. Hi, Boots. I hope when you camp in Michigan that you aren't crushing our 10-cent deposit cans. I am, but I am crushing them, but I recycle them. So I hope that I didn't know about. Should I not be crushing them? Looking forward to the produced vid. I found the right channel, Kent Survivor. Love to see you two's meet. I would love to hook up with that guy and do a video. That Andy at Kent Survival, he seems to be willing to do videos with anybody. He collabs all the time. He collabs with somebody who has 600 subscribers. He just seems like a really, really sweet guy, honestly. And he likes to drink, so I'd probably get along swimmingly with him. Breakfast was always my favorite on the fire. Yeah, I'm going to actually... I've had people asking me to do more, like, actual breakfast, and I just leave. So I'm going to do breakfast in the morning. Did your dog videos do higher views? It seems like channels that do better have dogs. Sometimes, I don't know. Really, what helps the channel is rain, to be honest. But yeah, I think people liked the dog, and I like spending time with my dog and going camping with my dog. So you'll definitely see Killian again. I have a little Shih Tzu who's sweet as can be, but she's old as well, and her hips aren't great as well. But you know, she's 8 pounds or something, so she's easy to pick up. Whereas Monty is, you know, he always for a longest time he was 55 pounds, but now he's down to like 42 or something. He can't keep weight on. It's really sad. You know, it's sad when your dog gets old like that, to be honest. But it's just part of it. It's part of owning them. Bedtime. Good night, everybody. Good night, Alan. You're a great cook. I'd be so basic with stealth camps, just canned beers and soup. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I'm trying to learn to cook. Good night, Larry. Nice to see you, bud. I got your axe with me, bud. Yeah, I know they just had a baby. Yeah, Abel and Victoria. I know they just had a baby. That's awesome. What's your favorite style of camping and why? Tent, hot tent, tarp, under stars, etc. Very good question. I was most attracted to the bushcraft style when I first got into it. Little did I realize that it's actually really hard to do that type of stuff. I still like to dabble in it. I'm learning and stuff, but it is a ton of work to do a camp like that. It's great exercise, but probably my favorite is like tarp camping. To be honest, I like tarp because it's kind of bushcrafty, and you have to you're sort of building something in a way by like angling a tarp and tying it off and stuff. It's not just like setting up a tent. And you have to figure out what the configuration of the tarp is, and you know, it feels very wild, you know, to just kind of sleep on the ground like that with the sleeping mat, but you're just like right on the ground, you know. So I love tarp camping. Tarp camping is probably my favorite, but the past year I've gotten really into hot tenting. I think hot tenting's super, super fun. My least favorite was always camping in campground. I always hated campground. I was like never really wanted to do campground camping, but people seem to like it. So okay, so Victoria just had the baby. That's why she hasn't been in the videos. Interesting, because I just found that channel. I just started watching that channel. So so maybe she used to be in it, I guess. I'll have to watch some of the older videos. Andy cooks really well from Kent Survival. Yes, he does. Andy was like a cook or like a caterer or something prior to being full-time YouTube, and he really like has a very serious skill of cooking. Like he cooks from scratch and stuff. He's one of the best cooks on all of camping YouTube. Yeah, Andy has his own hot sauce. Yeah, good for him too. He's killing it. I feel bad because everyone knows Kevin and I don't. Well, I don't know if everybody knows him. They just know who he is. Right on, 25 to 30-minute videos. Cool. Dogs are great for B-roll. They really are. Dogs are really great for B-roll footage. It's so true. I will tell Monty attaboy. Good night, Jefferson Space. Nice, Stephanie. I'm glad you do like him. I appreciate that, Felicity. Thank you. Do I like winter or summer camping the best? Definitely winter over summer. I don't know. Ever since I started doing the canoeing, now summer's a lot more fun, to be honest. Backpacking wise, I would prefer winter over summer because when you're backpacking in the summer, it's just hot and miserable. No midges in winter. WATP says, yeah, it's true. The bugs are gone in winter. That's what's so great about it. But what's nice about summertime is the canoeing. And then like being hot and sweaty and jumping in the river. Outdoor Boys, I mean, that is probably the most successful YouTube outdoor camping channel in existence. That guy's channel is absolutely phenomenal. That is an A+ channel. There's no question. Oh, she's in a lot of videos before they baby. Okay, right on. I did not know that. Oh, need to get with the Baird brothers. Oh, I would love to. I mean, I'd love to. If they'd have me, I'd do it. I would love to do a video with the Baird brothers. I watch them all the time. Have I always been into canoeing? No, but I've been into kayaking before I even did camping. So I've been kayaking for probably like 15 years or so. And then I started the canoeing because I wanted something that was more conducive for the camping. Yes, can you hear those coyotes? That's wild. I'm in a campground in the country, so there's like private property around and stuff, but have I tried paddleboarding? No, I have not. Goodness sakes. Felt so sorry for you when you were looking for that lake and the woods were so thick. Yeah, that was a while ago, but that was a crazy, crazy trip. I think I might go back there at some point. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to sign off here because I really have to get to it. I've been on here for, this is a 2-hour live. Oh my goodness sakes. Okay, I don't even know where I was in the video that I'm currently making. Good night, everybody. I'm gonna come back. I will be back sooner than later. It's wonderful to see you all. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and yeah, look forward to lots more adventures from me. Mwah. Or like Kevin says, mwah, mwah. Bye, guys.